I'm your host, the Ratchet Revolutionary Palmetto Star. Hey, you can hit me up on Elon Musk Toy, Black Twitter, all of that at 2 Raw for TV Radio. And definitely join us there. Whoo! This is the month of Malcolm, y'all. This is a powerful month. This is May, and we're not asking permission to claim Malcolm X Day. And I've been doing Claim Malcolm X Day since May 19th, 2015. And now we're at our 11th year at May 19th, 2026. And this year, it's been one to rival the other years, I'm telling you, with participation, with energy, with all of that. So, we made a huge impact. And plus, we broke down historical barriers. We destroyed the whole war barrier between so-called America and Iran because Black people and people with conscience actually connected with the people of Iran. So we did all of that, and we're going to recap on this revolutionary recap of Claim Malcolm X Day, May 19th. Everything changed. There's a reason why Trump said he was going to attack Iran on Malcolm X's birthday and did it. And we're going to go into all of that, plus so much more. You guys call in 470-572-7678. We're going in tonight, the one and only infamous internet infamous, award-winning 2 Raw for TV. You gotta be part of this, and we got the brother that's going to be with us, President Quadrillions. We're going to talk about Claim Malcolm X Day, Iran, plus so much more. And you guys, but this is the social media friendly revolution. We're only going to give Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all y'all people that love the shadow ban 2 Raw for TV. We're giving you guys 15 minutes. Then you got to see it
I'm
on the
shadow
app.
banned
2
too.
Raw for TV. Then you got to
What
see it
you
on
mean?
2
You're not
Raw
the
for
only one
TV.
shadow banned.
Social media friendly
bro.
revolution.
All right. And we have President Quadrillions with us. So big time shout out to him. He was part of the whole Claim Malcolm X Day movement on May 19th as well. So can you let people know who you are, President Quadrillions, just briefly, and tell them where they can find you on social media?
Man, on the social media, man, I'm at President Quadrillions. Uh, I'm on the LinkedIn. I mean, at President NPAC. I don't really be I haven't really been on too much social media, man, to be honest. Like you was talking about the shadow bans, but I'm looking forward to seeing what 2 Raw TV got to offer, and bringing my presence to platforms where we can really speak the truth. You know, to be
Facts.
honest, like I be feeling like I be I be off the social media. I'm like, man, why it's pointless. Yeah, I mean, it's good to connect. I'm glad that I connected with y'all. I mean, every now and then you connect with some people, but it's time for us to have our own platforms, man. It's beyond time.
Well, you're here on one.
What's up?
So we're making it
Exactly.
happen.
That's why
You
I'm
know what I'm
supporting you.
saying?
That's why.
And
That's
we
why.
just no. Now check this out. Not only are you on just a platform, we have just created a worldwide movement with Claim Malcolm X Day. Shout out to New York. Shout out to Los Angeles. Shout out to Tehran. Shout out to Atlanta. Shout out to us. We did that. You know what I'm saying? All of us connected and created something very, very monumental for May 19th, for Claim Malcolm X Day, for Malcolm's birthday, for all of that, for a solar return. We did that. It was a major thing. There's no other people talking to the people of Iran, the Malcolm X Foundation of Iran. Big time shout out to the Malcolm X Foundation of Iran, Beirut, the Da Vinci, all of them. Big time shout out to them. It was a major thing. So I want to show that first video and show what LA was doing. Big time shout out to All Power Books in LA.
I want to thank everyone's efforts who made this international event come together on this year's Malcolm X Day and helped prove that the truth does not know any borders. This event as a global solidarity which is happening in the middle of the imposed war on my country is historic. Because for years, my people, the Iranians, have been kept detached from others. But now this war has exposed the lies that the media were telling about my people, and finally, the world, and especially the Americans, have the opportunity to hear us direct, clear, with no intermediary.
Too Raw for TV brought you that. That was an international thing. You know what I'm saying? Iran talking to you without the CNN, Fox News, MSNBC filter. You know what I'm saying? So that was a major thing to be able to just communicate and have that clear communication. You know, so that was what was happening in LA. You know, in Atlanta we were doing our thing. And then this is what was happening in New York. Big time shout out to All People's Church, the People's Church. Big time shout out to everybody, man. In New York, they did it big too for Claim Malcolm X Day. So you can run that second video. Big shout outs to everybody in New York who showed up and showed out for Claim Malcolm X Day. Special love to the People's Church for holding it down and creating a real dialogue between Iran and America. And a massive shout out to New York City anti-repression group. Y'all doing the work. This is what international solidarity looks like. So, pal, big time shout out to New York anti-repression group. They definitely were doing it. The People's Church were doing it. Big time shout out to them, man. They were really putting in work and connecting and showing solidarity with people. And the thing about this, I'm definitely pro-Palestine, free Palestine and stuff like that. But it's crazy how people talk all that free Palestine, you know, and all this stuff while they're having a genocide, and they, you know what I'm saying, because they got their weapons stripped from them. You know what I'm saying? Now it's free Palestine. Of course it's free Palestine. But now you got people that are actively fighting back, actively kicking ass, actively kicking the US out of their places, Israel out of their places. You know what I'm saying? And I don't hear that. I don't see that same energy behind Iran. You know what I'm saying? I don't see that same energy behind Iran because everybody has a lot of energy for Palestine, but they're going through a genocide and people not doing nothing. But when someone is fighting back, I don't see that same energy. And now I'm starting to see it. Now people are starting to be like, yeah, what's up with Iran and all this stuff like that. But only after Claim Malcolm X Day, let's keep it buck, like only after what we've been doing, because people haven't been having that same energy for Iran that they've been having for Palestine. And yes, free Palestine, but when you see one of our people coming and kicking behind too, don't be scared to get behind them. Don't be scared to get behind them. But we got President Quadrillions here. He's definitely doing his thing. Big time shout out to what you got going on. And what's your whole thoughts on Claim Malcolm X Day? I know you were part of that whole promotion.
Yeah, man. For me, Malcolm X Days personally, it was personal, in the sense that my father and man, I grew up and raised by my mom, Black revolutionary family, and I seen the impact of, if you really from a Black revolutionary, a Black indigenous community, like your community's been decimated, your family structure been destabilized. Like Instagram, we gotta keep it pretty and make it seem everything's all good, but nah, man, out here we suffering. The Black community in New Jersey is the most racially disparate state, and I respect and power to all people going through everything, but I just want to be very, very transparent with y'all and like what I'm about. Um, I hopped on the Malcolm X Day because look, if you support and you salute Black history and American history, and you want to tell the real truth, let's tell the real truth. And I want to say this too. It's heavy on my heart because Black men from Newark, New Jersey, Black men from my city killed Malcolm. You know what I mean? So we could blame the government and we could blame all of them. Yeah, they definitely had a part. But the reality of it is why I hopped on your platform too is where I'm from, you could just see like the effects of the internalized brainwashing of how we hate each other and how we do each other so wrong. And I want to be a part of changing that. I want to be a part of really honoring um, honoring men like Malcolm that made the sacrifice and that lived and died. So we could connect and we could unite. And I thank you for you in Atlanta, man. And I spent a lot of time in Atlanta, and like we was talking before this, so much of what's getting put out from Atlanta, from Black Hollywood. Respect to Tyler Perry. What I mean, respect to a lot of the rappers. I think the biggest rapper out of this, like everybody talking Rick Ross now. You know what I mean? And you see him everywhere with his money all around the world. He was at the
Mm.
White House, all that. But like for you to be in Atlanta, and you not be like you know trying to like cater to like Black Hollywood or the other side, which is like the Democratic power establishment. You know what I mean? For you to be you doing your own thing, that level of independence is revolutionary. And although it's not easy to be a free Black man out here, it's damn near impossible. You know what I mean? But more power to you, man. I'm praying that we get this right. We learn how to really set the example, set the standard. You know what I mean, for
Yes.
for consciousness and elevation and freedom.
Absolutely, absolutely, and I appreciate that, man. I definitely get it. Yeah, I understand the promoted visual and what Atlanta is promoted. Is Lenox Mall. Blood gang culture. That's a new thing, and that's a new thing. That's comes from transplants. Ask anybody from Atlanta. That blood thing is not authentic Atlanta. You got the Lenox Mall and all of this other stuff. And it's promoted, more or less like Buckhead, like Bankhead, well, formerly
Yeah.
Bankhead. All
I
that's
heard I heard
promoted,
Killer Mike
you know.
I heard Killer Mike like Killer Mike doing something in Bankhead, right? He helping people, right?
Yeah, yeah, Killer Mike is out here. And big time shout out to Killer Mike. He's definitely doing his thing, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, he's doing his thing
To
out
with the
here.
good vegan food.
Oh man,
To
you know
with
about
the
the
good
Sillies?
vegan food. Come on,
Yeah,
man. Shout out to my
that's my
boy Chris
spot,
Black.
man. That's my spot. A matter of fact,
Yeah.
Clay Malcolm X Day is connected to Sillies because on our first Clay Malcolm X Day, what we did, we marched from this Hebrew temple. We had like all the speakers and stuff at this Hebrew temple, and then we marched down the street and we stopped traffic on Route David Abernathy, burnt the American flag. We burnt the American flag in the middle of traffic, stopped traffic. You know what I'm saying? And then we marched to Silly's. That was the first Malcolm X Day. You know what I'm saying? And the whole thing was buy black. So I went to Silly's so people could buy black, buy black food. Because of people from all across the country. So we just
Man, let me let me
went
let
to
me let me let me jump into that, man. I know you talked about like we was talking earlier, right, about the whole America thing, right? Now I want
Yeah.
to say this straight up, right? It's Memorial Day. Memorial Day started to honor the black soldiers that died in the Civil War. You know what I mean? They don't tell you that, but Memorial Day was started by black people honoring fallen soldiers
Oh
that
yeah.
fought for our freedom. You know what I mean? My great
Hmm.
great my grandma's grandpa was one of them soldiers, you know what I mean, enlisted in a colored regiment in Memphis, Tennessee, that fought for our freedom. You hear billionaires even like John Hope, what's the brother name? John Hope Bryan was talking about, heard him speak. He was saying that his great grand people fought in that same regiment of all the colored troops in Memphis. So I just want to say happy Memorial Day. At the end of the day, our people died for us to have these opportunities, and I think it's important to tell the truth. Even, black people served this country, built this country. That flag is built with our blood, like, you know what I mean. So as much
Yeah.
as like, I struggle and I battle with the whole like, do I love my country? How do I feel about the America? The reality of it is, it's like, yo, we here, like, we own this land, and at the end of the day, like, I mean, I feel like it's up to us, bro. It's like I spent so much time around the world, running around the world, moving around the world, and a lot of times, like, they honor, they know the Black Indigenous people is some of the most special people, what I mean, in terms of like our culture, and
Hmm.
everybody loves our culture. But I just want to say, like, in a way, like, in a weird way, man, that's our duty to like honor the flag in the sense that, yo, it's all flag. We can't let them trick us into thinking that like this ain't ours. Like it's ours, bro. Like
That
your people, your
you
blood
think
probably
the
been on this
American flag
soil.
is ours? Hold on,
I
well, this is
think,
what,
bro.
hold on, because I wanna really talk to you
Yeah,
about that. But
yeah. We. I
this
don't,
is social media part is over. Look, we off Twitter,
oh,
we
sorry.
off Twitch, we off Instagram, we off Facebook. You know what I'm saying? We off all of these channels right now. You got to go to TV. You got to get the app on the Apple Store. Get it for your iPhone, your iPad, and join us. And we're going to go deep into the discussion. You guys call
Let's
in
go deep.
470-572-7678. Because the revolution will not be televised. Social media friendly is over. The shadow ban.
Mm. I mean, the RBG flag is like what we, you know what I mean, what we known. I'll be wearing mine, you know what I mean, my red, black, and green, all of that. You know, at the same time, bro, do I think the flag is ours, bro? I do think the country's ours. I mean, I don't get into the flag. Yeah, the flag might be some